Hi, this is Duncan at Revizto. This learning session, I'm going to cover the Revizto export settings. The Revizto export settings are reached through going through the project button on the top of the screen, top left-hand side, and it's export settings. And you'll see this dialog box. Closing that down for a second. What I'm going to quickly go through in this next session are the items which we've ticked here: issue tags, clash sync settings, custom object properties, shared issues, shared favorites, stamp templates, dashboards, etc. So we'll go through each of those buttons. So the first one is issue tags. So if you go to your issue tracker, you'll see manage tags. Select that, and this is where all your tags are. Add a new one, and we could call it XYZ. And done. And there's your tag. And you can grab a tag and remove it. Grab the one we just made, remove that one, and remove that tag. So you can manage your tags here. Really easy. The next one, clash sync settings. Now for that, I'm just going to simply take a screenshot that I've already created and bring it onto the screen. This is your clash sync settings. It's the advanced settings, and this is found when you're using Navisworks and you go to sync clashes. It's a sync option, and it's the advanced settings. There's going to be a further session on this. I would guess, I think Luke's going to do a session to explain how best to set up all of these parameters. Custom object properties, which is this dialog box here, and you can get to this via in 3D. Go to properties, select property, this roof. You can see I have a custom property here, DS. I can go to here, manage custom properties, and that takes me to all the properties that I've added to my project. I can add and remove properties from this window. Next one is shared issue presets, and that's done by going to issue tracker, use the button on the far right hand side, expand all the options. These are your presets. So if I go to presets and go to all issues, see everything. And you can very quickly go to custom filter, maybe stamp abbreviation, choose fire, save filter, save that as fire, and create it. Created the fire. At the moment, only I can see this. If I hit the share icon, which is the three circles connected together, select that, and then select fire and apply. That now is a shared preset. The next one is shared favorite properties. Go back to 3D. Got the properties dialog box here. Just knock that back to default. And if I want to, the default settings, there is item name and item type. They're the two favorite settings. But if I wanted to go to, say, category, right click, add to favorites, and I will go to make a new select, and I'll call that lesson for today's lesson. And you can see it's been added here. I could maybe search for area. There's the area of the roof, right click, add to favorites. And there you go. Each of the favorite has the heart next to it. And go back to the default setting. It's only got the two. I'll go back to my lesson, which is what we are going through in this session. That is shared favorite properties. The next one, stamp templates. So I close this one down. We've got the circular stamp icon on the top of the screen. We'll go to this. Now in here, these are where we have all our stamp categories, which is the title. So discipline in this case. And underneath it, I've created a stamp for each of the disciplines. To create this, you simply go to New Stamp Template, and we'll call it XX. Stamp XX, whatever the category is. But here, we're going to go to plus, and we're going to call it lesson, and OK. And here we have your new stamp under lesson. Okay. So dashboards are reached through the web interface. So we'll go to the Revizto.com. We will log into the project. Make sure we're in the correct space. There's my project, FMC Duncan 5.1. Go into here, go to dashboards, and here are the dashboards I've created for my project. Creating dashboards, you can see those on further lessons or on from our web page. Whilst I'm here, I shall show you reports. All my reports are set up here, and I can export those reports as well. So I've got my mechanical, my 2D, my architects, my mechanical, etc. All my reports are here. The next standard are the search sets. So assuming you've created some searches using the find objects, and you'll have saved those here. And these are all my saved search sets in this project. Created them all in folders. So under mechanical, there's my mechanical search sets, my architectural search sets, and structural search sets. So that's where we find all our search sets. The final category that we export, or we potentially export, are user and user permissions. So I'm back in the project. Go to your tools and go to project roles. And here are all the project roles in my project. So all of these, once you've checked all the buttons in the export setting, and then chosen your project that you want to export the settings to. So I would select my FMC Duncan 5.1 and then select my target project. So if I just move this out of the way, go back to my project, go to project, export settings, target project, select, and I've got a test project. I've made an empty project here called lesson 2, export settings. So I choose that project, that's empty. OK this. Select all. So now we've got issue tags, which we've shown you, clash sync settings, object properties, issues, favorite properties, stamp template, dashboards, search sets, reports, and exports. So you see here that this request has been successful, and I'll get notified via email that this action is completed.